Yo, what up guys, Pants right again from the video, and quickly I just want to go over the guild boss for this week. It's going to be the same next week, but I just want to get this out here for next week and for my guild members to see. But basically, it's going to be a quick guide on how to do it. I'm going to show my team first so people know what I was running during the run. I highly recommend it, but it's going to be Daisy, standard setup with the electric team for Merlin. But Gother is going to be different. We're going to run the physical book form so we can specifically get the ultimate here, the blackout, to petrify the boss or basically stun them. Then we're going to run standard set, just attack, because he scales off attack. Liz, standard thing with the raid setup to get max attack. It's going to be on book form. Merlin, electric Merlin with the electric set. Pretty basic stuff. But yeah, let me switch screens so I can show the mechanics of the boss. Alright, here we go. This is basically the arena. It's going to be a circle. It's probably a square, but I don't really pay too much attention to it. To quickly go over this, is Akumu in the middle, obviously with the whole big boss icon. I'm using the Final Fantasy raid planner because it's probably the best visual I can get out there. But let's get right into it. You're going to come from the bottom, and the first thing he's going to open up with is this Kono attack. You do not want to get hit by this. It is going to target one player. This player either leads it away, stand still, or just have everyone just dodge it with iframes, basically. But you do not want to get hit with this whatsoever. I don't know all the debuffs it can give you, but I know it can give you a nasty damage lower debuff, and you do not want to get hit with that. I think he's going to do it again. Just have the other guy lead it away from the group. The group just laying damage this whole time. The mechanics are pretty damn quick, so you do have to be quick with it, leading it away. And if you choose don't, then just dodge it, get the perfect dodge off if you know it already, because this is what you're going to be seeing. Next, by the way, these like mechanics that the boss does is not in specific order. These are just what you're going to see. This is the order we got in our run, but I know the first two runs we got a different order, but this is generally what you're looking out for. And yet again, you don't want to get hit by any of this, because usually it gives you a nasty debuff like defense lower, attack lower. I know it can give you a stamina lower, basically nasty stuff, and it's pretty big too, because it's like 80%, some ridiculous thing like that. So you do not want to get hit by this. So the second mechanic we saw was this big circle radius attack. Just move out of it, walk out of it, anything. And this is going to be followed up by a donut AoE. You just walk into the boss, you evade it. So again, you're going to walk out away from the boss, do a range attack, or just wait it out. And then you're going to close into the boss, let the mechanic resolve, and then you're laying damage during this. Next thing coming up is he's going to do 2 swipes from left hand, right hand, right hand, left hand. So this yet again targets a specific player. Everyone else walk away. The one that's targeted, usually I recommend just standing still. If you're super tryhard, you can just walk to one side, call it out, or just stand still, have everyone else just dodge out of it. The person that's getting targeted, he can tank the hit. I promise you these hits are not hard hitting. They're just super annoying debuffs to receive. So the person that's targeting is best that you rather get hit compared to everyone else. So you can either just take the hit, or I think I can move this, but you can just dodge it, get out of the way real quick. But that's generally how it's going to go. Yet again, it's 2 swipes. So I have it on this side. So say if it targets someone else, or if it targets the same person, you can move to the other side, or you can just stand still. Yet again, the person can dodge out of it if he knows the timing, or just stand in it, pop a duel, something that negates the damage, right? Better than the group being hit. The next thing you're going to see is, this is probably the most confusing mechanic, because I know Giku and Beats had trouble knowing this, so I'm glad I can show them in a visual representative right here. But this mechanic isn't really hard. The stage is going to change, and everyone around them is going to have a specific aura. The camera goes from bird eyes view, so you're gonna look down on your character. It's not hard to see, but with all the visual clutter, it might be. But let's say if you get the black ring, the black aura, this mechanic is very simple. You're just matching colors. If you get black, you're going through the black pizza slice, basically, that you see on the floor. You're just gonna move over to whatever color matches your color. If you're white, you're gonna go on the white pizza slice. If you're black, you're gonna go on the black pizza slice. So if you see here, say it's me on the top. I get a black aura. I'm looking at the floor. I'm looking for the black pizza slice. I know there's symbols back here that Beats was pointing out. You do not need to stand on this. This is just some visual like icon. You can stand up all up in here, get the melee damage. If you're ranged, I guess you can stand back here, but if you're melee, you can walk up forward. You don't need to stand on the symbol. You just need to match your colors. So if I'm this person with the black aura, I'm gonna move over to the black pizza slice. So I'm the one down here with white aura. I'm moving to the white pizza slice. So I'm about to show you right here. Everyone moves over to their respective colors. So I'm gonna show it again. So this guy is moving down over here. This guy is staying. He got lucky where he was standing at. This person just needs to shimmy over. There's not gonna be this empty space. I just couldn't fit, you know, perfectly where it's gonna be. The whole arena is gonna be filled. So you have to step inside a pizza slice. So everyone just moves over to their respective color. He's gonna do this generally around 3 times, but I'm just gonna show you 2 examples because there's something else that happens here. So when everyone gets the first time right, you won't get hit, you won't get the debuff, and you can continue to go do damage. When he does it again, what you're gonna see is these colors rotate clockwise and counterclockwise technically, because this white triangle pizza slice is gonna turn black. It's gonna rotate clockwise. So this white one is gonna turn black, like I'm gonna show you right now. It rotates. So instead of this pizza slice being colored white, it's gonna be colored black. So your job is to always keep track of that. So when he does the first wave, you negate damage if you're standing on your correct color, and then you're gonna, when that hit lands, you're gonna shimmy over either backwards or forward, clockwise or counterclockwise. So you can see right here, these players are gonna move upwards, these players are gonna move to the right, and then these players down here are gonna move to the left, just standing on their respective colors. You're gonna do this about 3 times. So he does this one more, so you're gonna shimmy over one more. I didn't need to show it again because that's just the basis of it. And then once this mechanic is resolved, he's gonna this is where he gets really annoying on the damage thing, because when that mechanic resolves, he's gonna swipe on whatever side of the field again 2 times. Targets a random player, so if you're the one targeted, highly recommend you to just stand still, either tank the sword swipe shield hit he does, or if you know the timing, just dodge out of it, or just panic ult, you negate it. But he's gonna do it something a little extra. You're gonna get a little icon above your head. I'm pretty sure you already know what it means, but it's basically gonna drop an attack on you. This attack drops 3 times. You do not want to panic, start running towards the boss. You don't want to do that. Don't do this. This is what we did. It caused us to lose a shit ton of DPS, and at one point caused a bunch of deaths on the field. Caused us all to die. What you want to do instead, and I'm glad I can show this because I need to show my guildmates this. They were doing this. I was getting kind of annoyed, but it was fine. We were learning. What you want to do with these, when you get targeted in the head, it's like the red demon. When you're fighting the red demon, he drops these little craters that leave fire things on the floor, fire puddles, whatever you want to call them. You want to either move backwards, to your left, to your right. Do not run towards the boss with your targeted thing. It's gonna leave a nasty puddle right here, and your melee players are gonna absolutely hate you, because then now they have to stand in the puddle, take a shit ton of damage, and risk the chance of dying. You don't want that. What you want instead is do this. you see everyone moves. Everyone moves to where the boss is not. It doesn't matter if you lose damage. I don't care that you lose damage. What's important is that you get these puddles away. Everyone can close in, do damage. You want these puddles away from the group. You don't want them in. Yet again, he's going to do sword shield swipe. He's going to target a random player. I just made it target this poor guy right here. He's going to say if he targets it 2 times, he just stands there and knows the timing. So what he's going to do, super annoying. Someone's going to have to deal with this. You're going to have to dodge. You're going to have to leave these puddles, dodge your hits, and then dodge the boss hit. You could still just get your ultimate off. Let the crater smash in the same place 3 times while your ult is going crazy, because I know it has like a long animation. And also negate these sword swipes, because like I said, the mechanics are extremely fast. So here goes the third puddle right here. He doesn't swipe. The third puddle is going to go. You can see that these players have left their puddle away from the boss. This is the assumption that you are a ranged DPS. But let's say if you're a melee player, I can quickly show this. If you're a melee player, let your group know where you're playing at, or just better hope that your group has eyeballs. But you can run up to the boss and either go left, then go right, and then go right again or left again, and then you can have all the puddles like generally in this location. I don't like this because now you can see why. You only have this up space to yourself, and this is bad because then now this bottom space is unplayable unless someone's at range all the way back here with like Merlin or something and just blasting the boss from afar. That's why I strongly recommend that you keep these puddles, excuse me, down over here in this location generally. So like that, everyone can walk in without no trouble and leave these puddles back here without having to worry about them, because they do last a long time. Next mechanic is he's going to do those conal things that you've seen at the opening of the fight. You can see where this is annoying, because say if there's puddles right here, this guy is moving this cone attack around where the other players are at. This targets a random player, so whoever it is, either stand still, know the timing of your dodge, or aim it away from your group, tank the hit, ult through it, whatever you gotta do. Just make sure people don't get hit with this cone. Yet again, it does a nasty debuff. You do not want to get hit by this. He's gonna do it a second time. So it's gonna target a random player. Better hope that player doesn't hit you with it. Calls it out, whatever it is, same thing, rinse and repeat. A third time. Target a random player. Say if it targets the same player, you're generally lucky because that player is already like far from the group or whatever it is. You can see what I mean. That you do not want these things to be inside the circle. Because what does that mean? That means this player has to move back here more or tank more hits from the puddle. And you can see why is it so difficult to play back here? Because obviously the cone gets bigger the farther it is. But when you're playing up close like this, and he has no puddles to worry about. Hold on, let me move this. It's like bugging out. Jesus. Yo, does it want to let me click? There you go. Sorry about that. But you can see when he's playing up this close, he can just quickly move over here. Or just dodge in this direction and be safe. So that's why, that's another thing, you want to keep these puddles away from the group. Next up, this is the biggest mechanic of all this boss, because when you complete this mechanic and you do what you need to do, it stuns the boss but also puts a big vulnerability debuff on the boss, which means you get some big damage in. So you really want to get this mechanic down. So what me and my group did is we assigned everyone a different element team to work with. I was lightning, so my job was to get the lightning crystals. Alright, to explain this, these are crystals that are going to spawn outside the arena. It's random where they spawn, but they're always going to spawn at the outermost of the arena. So you just have to, you can see me during the video, I'll show the video of like how it's running, but basically I just flip my camera around looking for my designated crystal. My designated crystal was lightning, so I'm just gonna move my camera around, just flip it around in a circle until I see the lightning crystal, and I just shimmy over there. But basically, you just have to match the element team to your crystal. I was lightning, you go to lightning. Whoever is wind goes to wind. Whoever is ground goes over there. Fire, cold, right? So that's what you're doing. So I'm gonna show you right here. So everyone goes to their designated crystal. So here's everyone at their crystal. They're just gonna do damage to it. The damage from the crystal received does go to the boss. So you don't have to worry about losing damage time here. You just have to worry about damaging your crystal. They're relatively weak if you have your team built. And I was able to just blast my crystal with a bunch of extra. Once you blast your crystal, just run back to the middle, do damage to the boss. Or if you're close to an ally, you can go help your ally break crystal. But generally, this is how this mechanic is resolved. Say if you're in a 2-man group or even solo, what I've seen people do is they don't run an element, they just run their strongest team. They're still able to break crystals relatively easy, but the fastest I've seen was melees. If you run a P10 melee, obviously that's not like viable at all. You'd rather run into a group if you're at that point. But let's just say you're a solo guy and you're still trying to actively work towards the knighthood like gear sets, pieces in the shop and stuff like that. That's usually the strat I've seen. I haven't seen someone with a lightning Merlin. They're able to just like nuke one crystal, move to the other one, nuke it, and then rinse and repeat. You do have to get all 5 crystals in order for this mechanic to be resolved. You can do it without destroying the crystals. It just won't apply like a long damage period of vulnerability to the boss, which you're losing hella damage. I highly recommend you're doing this mechanic and not ignoring it. So yeah, once everyone breaks their crystal, everyone moves back to middle, do damage to the boss while he has that debuff. Yet again, it's shown in the video. So here it is. Everyone runs it back to the middle. So this is the last step because every other mechanic is rinse and repeat. I don't want to have to show it because to that point, you already know what's going to happen. If he does, let's say he does the color things, the aura mechanic, you already know to match your colors, boom, bada bing, right? Just do it. Does the sword swipes with the I don't even know what to call these, meteors or whatever you want to call them, the puddles on the floor, ice puddles. You just move around, keep them away from the boss, do damage, come back to the middle, do damage, while also watching out for his AoEs. There's also another mechanic that he does, but I don't really need to show it because you need to just use your eyeballs, because it's pretty damn simple to dodge. But he's gonna do these cone things where he's gonna do like a couple of these. Say like this is like bad, right? I'll just show you. So this is bad, and then he drops like he would drop like 2 of these. He would drop like it'll look like something like this. It'll look something like this. But basically, don't stand on the red ring. It's pretty damn easy. Like just don't stand on this red ring like how I moved this guy. Just don't stand right here. Don't stand back here. He's gonna do like a bigger one, but there's 0 reason you should be all the way back here anyways. You're not gonna get any range from anything. So you're just inside the boss. He doesn't even do a ring in there, so this mechanic could be mostly ignored. But he can do it. But let's be real, it's on you if you do get hit with this. It's not that hard to get hit by it. I know in the video I'm like moving around and I'm like, oh, I don't want to get hit with it, because sometimes when you tag in or you pull like go through or some shit, it's like, say if you're like standing like right here, you go through and you somehow end up over here, or say you're like right here doing some damage and you like swap in, you sometimes end up in here too. It's super annoying, but it can happen. I was just playing it safe because you'd rather not get the nasty debuff and just wait for this to resolve than do damage and unga booga and trying to brute force this. It's just not practical. 2 things I want to go over that you're going to see in the video is specifically me using physical go through. That's going to petrify the boss. Extremely good. You can only do it when there's not a mechanic happening. So when everything is resolved and it's like dead silent, like nothing is happening, then you could petrify it. It gives up a lot of uptime, but honestly, it's not worth it. I'm going to switch back my go through that petrify stuff. I think I get it off like 2 times. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. I don't recommend it at all. It's not good at all. The other thing too is when he's doing colors like this, this is not going to apply to 99% of the community. And if it does apply to you, you're already in the best guild, you're already in the best team. You don't even care about mechanics because how broken P10 characters are. But if you somehow, some way have like a ally with P10 Liz, you don't need to do this mechanic. Have the P10 Liz guy walk up under the boss or as close as you can get, pop his ultimate, and obviously it gives everyone stun immunity, and you can just brute force shit out of this mechanic and soak everything up, soak all the damage up, and just this is basically a free damage phase for you guys. It's pretty annoying that is this extremely well heavy, but it is what it is. But yeah, without wasting further time, I hope this guy gives you a good visual on how this boss works. Wish you good luck on your last minute runs, and next week this guide does apply. So yeah, wish you guys best of luck next week as well. Hope you guys like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll send you off with the video of our run. It's not the most perfect run. We were still learning, so take it with a grain of salt. But this guide is still really good for it because next week I'm gonna just show the guys this video and then we're ready to bang it out. But peace out. You guys have a good one.
Aims their attack lower for 23 seconds. What the fuck?